Welcome to my channel. Did you know, 9/11, the day that changed the world forever? It began as an ordinary Tuesday. The sky over New York City was clear and blue. People hurried to offices in the World Trade Center, completely unaware that history was about to change forever. At airports across the United States, passengers boarded early morning flights, business trips, family visits, and daily routines. No one could have imagined that within a few hours, those planes would be used as instruments of terror. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11, a Boeing 767 carrying 92 people, struck the North Tower of the World Trade Center between the 93rd and 99th floors. The explosion shook lower Manhattan. Flames burst out of the building. Confusion spread. Many thought it was a tragic accident, perhaps a small aircraft gone off course. News channels broke the story within minutes, broadcasting live images of a burning skyscraper. Firefighters and police rushed toward the tower, unaware that a second disaster was seconds away. At 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 slammed into the South Tower. The impact was caught on live television. The fireball lit up the skyline, and millions of viewers around the world realized this was not an accident. This was an attack, coordinated, planned, and devastating. People trapped above the crash zones waved for help that could not reach them. Some made desperate final phone calls to loved ones, saying goodbye. While New York was engulfed in chaos, another tragedy unfolded. At 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon, the heart of the U.S. military. Moments later, United Flight 93 was hijacked, heading toward Washington, D.C., but the passengers on board fought back. They learned of the other attacks through phone calls and decided to act. Their courage forced the plane to crash in a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania, saving countless lives on the ground. At 9:59 a.m., the South Tower, weakened by fire, collapsed in seconds. A massive cloud of dust swallowed the streets of Manhattan. Firefighters, paramedics, and civilians ran for their lives, yet many turned back to rescue others. At 10:28 a.m., the North Tower also gave way. The Twin Towers, symbols of New York's skyline, were gone. More than 2,700 people perished in New York alone. In those terrifying hours, heroes emerged everywhere. First responders climbed endless stairs knowing the buildings might fall. Police directed panicked crowds, risking their lives to maintain calm. Doctors, volunteers, and ordinary people worked together to help strangers. Amid the smoke and rubble, courage burned brighter than fear. But by nightfall, the city was silent, covered in grey dust and unbearable grief. Around the globe, people watched in disbelief. World leaders expressed solidarity. In London, Paris, Tokyo, and beyond, candlelight vigils were held. Flags flew at half-mast. The attacks triggered a global war on terror, leading to conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq, and transforming air travel and security forever. In the years that followed, the United States rebuilt, physically and emotionally. The Freedom Tower now stands where the Twin Towers once rose. The 9/11 Memorial honors every victim, every rescuer, every story of bravery. Even decades later, the memory of that day remains raw, powerful, and sacred. September 11, 2001, a day of loss. Subscribe my channel for more videos.